The following is a list of managers of Oldham Athletic A.F.C, and all honours won by the club since 1906 to the 2011 A Circumflex 12 season. As of the start of Oldham's 2011 A Circumflex 12 season, the club has had 32 different managers. As of the end of the 2010 A Circumflex 11 season, the club has not won any major competitions in their history. Joe Royle is one of the longest serving in Oldham's history. Royle was manager of the club between 1982 to 1994, in which time he led the club to promotion from the Football League Second Division to the First Division, while accumulating 225 total competitive wins, the most by any manager in Oldham's history. He also led the club to 2 semi-final appearances in the FA Cup, and a runners-up spot in the 1989 A Circumflex 90 Football League Cup as his side lost 1 A Circumflex 0 to Nottingham Forest. On 15 March 2009, Royle returned to the club as manager following John Sheridan's departure from the club, before leaving the club again at season's end. Jimmy Frizzell is also one of the longest-serving managers in the club's history, holding the position from 1970 until 1982. Both he and Royle are the only managers in Oldham's history with 200 or more competitive victories. In 1906, Oldham Athletic appointed their first manager in club history as David Ashworth came to the club. In his first season, Ashworth led the club to a third-place finish in the Lancashire Combination Second Division, gaining promotion to the First Division. 2 years later, Ashworth once again led the club to victory as it finished in first place in the 1906 A Circumflex 07 season, the final season of the Lancashire Combination. After the league disbanded, Oldham Athletic joined the Football League in the Second Division as they finished in third place their first season. In the following season, David Ashworth won his second trophy at Oldham Athletic as the club won the Lancashire Senior Cup local tournament for clubs in and around Lancashire. In 1909 A Circumflex 10, Ashworth led the club to another promotion as they reached the Football League First Division. After several top-half finishes, Ashworth left the club to manage at Stockport County. In 1914 A Circumflex 15, Herbert became Oldham Athletic's second manager, and found success with the club in his first season. Oldham finished in second place in the First Division, as well as reaching the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. As competitive football returned to England following the end of the First World War, Bamlett returned as manager. Many of Oldham's original players were killed during the war, or retired from football as the club found little success. Cheryl Roberts took over the club for the 1921 A Circumflex 22 season, though only served as manager for 1 season. David Ashworth returned to Oldham after having served at both Stockport County and Liverpool, though also struggled as Oldham were relegated back to the Second Division. For the next 11 seasons, Oldham failed to reach the First Division again as the club averaged a mid-table finish under managers Robert Mellor, Andrew Wilson, and Jimmy McMullen. During 1934 A Circumflex 35, Robert Mellor in his second stint with the club, since leaving in 1927, returned to the club as Oldham were relegated once more, finishing in 22nd, and placed in Football League Third Division North. Oldham and Mellor found relative success in Third Division North, but never gained promotion back to the Second Division before the Second World War once again interrupted football in England. After the return of competitive football once more, Oldham failed to regain promotion under Frank Womack and Billy Wooten. George Hardwick became manager in 1950 A Circumflex 51. And led the club to promotion in 1952 A Circumflex 53 by winning the league, but were relegated once more as they finished in last place the following season. After little success following the promotion, Oldham went through 2 managers during the 1950s, including Ted Goodyear and Norman Dodgen. In 1958 A Circumflex 59, Oldham became part of Football League 4th Division as Division 3rd North and South disbanded for separate divisions.